What is going on, everybody? We are back on it. My Hero Academia, Season 4, Episode 4. Had a little 2-week break there. I think they took last week off because they had like the Rugby World Championships or something like that. But we're back on it. It looks like we have a cold opening here, so let's go ahead and start with that. And then as the opening's going on, we'll kind of recap where we left off and expectations and all that stuff. So we're starting from the very, very beginning. 0 seconds in. Pressing play, right. Oh, I'm going to have a pop-up. There we go. Right now. Here we go. Oh, yeah, he never really got to, like, patrol. Mirio looks dope. Doesn't he have to take the clothes off to be effective, though? You think he would have gone with something a little more easily to take on and off. Yeah, we do need to see what happened between them. I have a hunch or two, but... Leon. And then this is where we left off, him running into the girl. And Overhaul. Oh, so he's with Mirio. Okay, I thought Deku was just maybe walking home or doing something on his own. But they're together. Don't touch her. And they know who he is because they just did a fucking... They just had a meeting about him. Yep. Don't let him know that you know who he is. Interesting. Let me clear my throat before we go over all that. Yeah, so that was exactly where we left off last episode. I'm interested to see how the hell they play this off here, because if she says anything or says she needs help and they're supposed to like kind of not seem suspicious or play anything, do they remove him from the situation forcefully or not? We'll kind of see how that goes. I want to know what happened between All Might and Night Eye. I don't know if it has to relate with him getting injured. I would like it to maybe revolve around that. Maybe he told him not to do this or not to do that, or it ended up in All, because All Might said I ended up exactly like he said I would. Is that related to his emancipation injury that he has that has pretty much caused him to be in the state that he's in? And you know, I've always been from the beginning, I've always wanted to see what other people would be like with a quirk plus One for All. So I'm not rooting for Deku to fail, and it's the story of Deku, how he became the #1 hero. He's not going to give up the ability, or give it to Todoroki, or give it to Bakugo, or give it to Mirio. Oh, he said that's his daughter. Is that really his daughter, though, or is it... sensitive to filth, he says. Notice they haven't said each other's names. Yeah, They haven't even said anybody's names. He's not giving up any information. Deku, don't say anything. Just let him handle it. Oh, fuck. She held on. And this is what I'm saying. What does he do? Because you know you're not supposed to give up the identity. Hmm. Deku. Bro. Deku, what are you gonna do? I mean, what? Fuck it. But to say, like, let it go and get him another time, but the girl makes the situation interesting. Oh, God. He pulls off that glove, run. Oh, he's just lured y'all into an alleyway, don't worry. And Mirio's trying so hard to, like, defuse this situation. Taking off his glove. Oh, she changed up real quick. She knew what was about to go down. She'd rather, I guess, have torturing and abuse be done to her than one of them get killed, right? Well, now he's definitely going to be on high alert. And the fact that she got away before, he's definitely going to keep a flippin' lock and key on her ass. Good luck catching him out slipping in the middle of the daytime again. Deku about got them killed. What kind of laboratory are they in? He's dead. They do have her locked up, and she just happened to get out. His face was bubbling. Wonder if it's an issue. Every time he uses that, does it like have an effect on him? Probably not. He uses it so freely. What? Didn't we see them all in like blocks at the end of last season? And he said that they were recovered fine? Interesting. Weren't there those same robbers that we saw at the end of last season with Twice when he was recruiting Overhaul? And weren't they like in cinder blocks? Like head over here, body over here, arm over here. They were perfectly fine? Hmm. Haste makes waste. I agree, Deku should have waited. I get why he would want to, but what was his plan? If he rushed after them. That's a hell of a first day. What is it about this girl, though? You're the crux of his plan. What's with the bandages? We're halfway already? That girl is the crux of his plan, huh? Like, I wonder what would All Might have done right there? Like, if that was All Might, would he have just followed? If he ran into the girl, she said, "Don't let me go," what would he have done? Man's getting his jog on. Tell him. Like, we're about to get some deep heart-to-heart stuff right here. Okay, they worked together for 5 years. Six years ago. Because of the injury. I knew it. I knew it was going to be because of the injury. He probably told him not to, and he did. Damn. Never seen him that weak in the buffed form. Can't smile. And he damn near did. All Might did. He did. Not All Might anymore. He never even met Mirio. Damn. I wanted to know if he had met Mirio first and then ran into Deku and was going to give it to Mirio like the day later or something. He never even met him. I wonder what he would have done had he had met Mirio and was like, okay, I'll give it to Mirio tomorrow. He's the one. He can be the next to me. And then like ran into Deku on the way home. Is he dying right now? Not telling Deku this part. Wow. He is going to die relatively soon. He said he could see 6 or 7 years into the future, but it won't be as accurate as far as the time. He's not going to be alive when that happens. That's going to be a sad day and a sad episode. I want to Google Night Eye's ability now, and I thought he could only see an hour in, but we're talking like 6, 7 years. That's wild. Hmm. I don't think he will live, sadly. because he knew he was right. Damn. I'm sure the options have been looked at, but with all the quirks, and I'm thinking of Hunter x Hunter and stuff, is there not anybody out there with a strong enough quirk that could heal him or rejuvenate him? We've seen what, like, Healing Girl. Oh, I don't know if there's an after credit scene. No one's told me, so I'm guessing there's not, but I'll scroll through to the end here. See if there's an after credit scene. Oh, there is. Alright. Pause the video. We're at 22:55. There's an after credit scene. I'm pressing play on it right now. Oh shit. What the fuck is this little ghoul-like creature he's got over there? Oh, he joined them? Oh shit, preview. Nope, we don't do previews. Pause it. Solid stuff. Here's the thing. I mean, has there ever been a quirk revealed to us and then it turned out to like have another effect later on that was like, oh my gosh, I knew what his quirk was, but I didn't think it could do that. I don't want to Google Night Eye's quirk and then I find out something about it. Sir Night Eye quirk. Like, I feel like he's gonna die at some point. But I'm in it. I've committed. I've clicked it. We're gonna read up on it and see what it is. Cause that 6 or 7 year thing. Dang, it does say spoiler warning. This article contains spoilers from My Hero Academia Season 4. Ah, shit. How far do we want to go with this? Appearance. I've got quick eyes. If I see anything remotely sideways, I'll dip out real quick. I don't want appearance. Just show me quirk, personality, abilities. Alright. I'm gonna stop right. Impressive physical abilities, quirk, foresight. Activates first by touching a target and then making eye contact with them. That's when it activates. Once these conditions have been met, Sir Night Eye gains the ability to see the entirety of a target's future, second by second for 1 hour. That's as far as I knew. Then here, All Might was talking about he saw 6 or 7 years. Sir Night Eye sees the future like frames of a film and can only see the target from a third-person perspective and sometimes their surroundings. Okay, so he can't see in your eye, like see what you're seeing. He's looking down at you like a security camera. Sir Night Eye can only activate his quirk once. What? He can only activate his quirk once per 24 hours? Yo, that's like not good. Like he's got to make his rounds and patrol and make sure like within that 24 hours it's put to good use slash the right person. Because say this all happened in the same day, the thing that happened in his office with Deku, and then he went out on the streets and ran into Overhaul or somebody like that. He had already used it on Deku. He can't use it again within 24 hours. That's kind of a liability. And has been shown that the future he sees is 100% accurate. However, recent events seem to suggest that quirks that alter time in some way can affect the accuracy of his quirk. And where the hell did we get this 6 or 7 years into the future thing? I'm not going to scroll or read anymore from that. If you guys, hold on. We can just scroll back here. If anybody has any information on that. He said he saw into the future. Right here. So we're 18 minutes in here. We're 1805. Deku says, how far into the future was Night Eye's foresight? All Might responds with 6 or 7 years into the future, he said. All Might is saying that Night Eye said he looked 6 or 7 years into the future. Where the hell does that... Apparently the further into the future, the less accurate the time. Not the less accurate the details, but the less accurate the time. But what he sees with his foresight has never changed. So his foresight is always accurate. Always. It's just the further he looks out, the time frame might get kind of muddied of when it'll happen. But where the hell... I mean, he's seeing a damn near decade into the future. Years. But everything I've been explained and seen says he can only see up to an hour. So if you guys have clarity on that, feel free to let me know. And that was pretty much the chunk of the episode there, and everything that kind of happened at the beginning. So the girl Uri, I don't know if it's really his daughter, or that's just kind of the front he used when he ran into Mirio and Deku. She has bandages. I don't know if she's being experimented on, if she has something under her arms, kind of like Overhaul does, that if you touch it could be deadly. And Overhaul made the statement that she's the crux of his plan. We don't know his plan. I don't think we've been detailed his plan. I know when he met with Shigaraki, he says like a group or anything like that without a plan is a waste. So he says he has a plan. I don't think we've gotten the details on what his plan is. We did see him kill that guy, one of his workers, that let her escape. We saw his face bubble up, and he coughs a lot. I don't know if when he uses his quirk it makes him sick, maybe it just gives him a cough, or is he actually slowly dying as the more and more he uses it. I'm not quite sure. And he's just got this whole underground layer and these little goblin looking minions that work for him. Just a lot going on, and that's pretty much all we got this episode. Was more of the Deku kind of doubting himself, should it be me, why is it me, type thing. He could, if he wanted to, if Deku gets to a point, maybe Night Eye just keeps beating him down. He thinks he's just not good enough, and he sees Mirio do it. Maybe Mirio saves him from dying as they're out here going against Overhaul or Overhaul's kind of sidekicks. Or helps him in a situation. He just thinks Mirio is better. Maybe there'll be a point where Deku thinks, I should just give it to him. He is the symbol of peace. Like him right there, Mirio. He can do this. I can't. Maybe he'll have a moment of weakness there, but we'll overcome it because it's Deku's story about how he became the #1 hero. And like I said, I've always wanted to see others with One for All to see what they can do with it. I wanted to see Todoroki with it. I wanted to see Mirio with it. We're not going to get that, but it would just be interesting to see. And I've always wanted to know, because I'm neck deep in Hunter x Hunter right now, if there's anybody with a quirk out there that could really get this man back to full health. But I say that, I'm guessing clearly those options will probably have been explored by this time, the years it's been since he's been injured. And I'm sure Recovery Girl, I don't know if it gets any kind of better than what she has. We haven't seen convenient quirks like that, and you don't get to kind of pick your quirk or manifest it in a way that you want. It's just luck of the draw or the unluck of the draw. If you don't get one, you get something that's pretty useless. But is there someone with a quirk that just has extreme healing? Or because we saw the ones that All For One had collected, he had regeneration quirk and kind of all that stuff, but maybe those type of quirks only work for a person. It's not something that could be put on somebody else, but I'm sure there's got to be something out there as far as regeneration or extreme healing or something. But clearly, because if he was able to find that, could you Could One for All be transferred and then transferred back? I know this is a pointless question to ask because it's not going to happen. All Might's story is done. It is now Deku's story. They say Deku got to a point where he just doesn't think he can do it, and like maybe he's not able to do it. And All Might is able to get fully healed, like fully healed back to his like peak form. Could he transfer it back? If once you've had it, can it be given back? If All Might was able to like get a regeneration quirk or have some kind of like inevitability put on him. I don't know. Those are just kind of like random spitball ideas. I don't plan for any of that to even become remotely close to happening. And I feel like All Might's gonna die before season 4 ends. Maybe he's already died in the anime, I'm not sure. But we'll see what happens. If you guys have any clarification on Night Eye's quirk, let me know how he's able to see, because everything I've gotten is he can see up to an hour exactly detailed into the future. And now I'm getting he can see 6 or 7 years into the future with perfect accuracy. Just kind of like the timeline gets kind of cloudier the further out he looks. How that's possible, I don't know. You guys let me know. And we'll go from there. What time is it right now? 1:30 on Saturday. Hopefully you guys will see this in the next 30 minutes by 2 p.m. And I'll catch you guys on Monday with Hunter x Hunter episode 113. Tuesday, Code Geass. I think YouTube will be seeing episode 21. And Patreon, you guys will be seeing season 2 episode 9 or 8, something like that. And then 114 Hunter x Hunter Wednesday, and then more Code Geass Thursday. And if you're only here for the My Hero Academia, we'll be back next Saturday for episode 4. So yeah, y'all have a good weekend. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,